from Matthew. I'm going to read chapter 1. I'm going to read verses 18 through 25. Now, the birth of Jesus Christ was as follows. When his mother Mary had been betrothed to Joseph, before they came together, she was found to be with child by the Holy Spirit. And Joseph, her husband, being a righteous man, did not, and not wanting to disgrace her, planned to send her away secretly. But when he had considered this, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the child who has been conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Now all this took place to fulfill what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Behold, the virgin shall be with child, shall bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which translated means God with us. And Joseph awoke from his sleep and did as the angel of the Lord commanded him, and took Mary as his wife, but kept her a virgin until she gave birth to a son, and he called his name Jesus. So Joseph is a shining example of what a loving and faithful man of God is. Because back in this time frame, biblical time, if a betrothed woman, which basically means engaged, was found to be with child, that woman was typically not only shamed, but I think stoned to death for being an adulterous woman. And Joseph loved her so much that no matter, despite the fact that Mary was found to be with child, he didn't want any harm to come to her. He didn't want any shame to come to her or her family. So he was going to just uh, send her somewhere else where she was not known or the family was not known, um, in secret. She'll just kind of just let her disappear without a trace, so to speak. Uh, um, and while he was contemplating on how he was going to do this, then God sent an angel to talk to him in his dreams. Hello, everybody. And and the angel, you know, then revealed to Joseph who Mary was carrying in her womb. And Joseph was a man of God. He loved God. He followed God. And once he was told this in his dream, um, and understood the impact and implications of um, of why Mary was pregnant, he did as the angel instructed him from what God had said, and he kept Mary and married her. And and of course, she had Jesus, and you know, and typically it was the men in that time who named the child, and he named the baby Jesus. Um, because it could have been so easy for Joseph to do what, let's just say, what the culture of the time would have done, would have shamed and killed Mary and the baby because she was pregnant out of wedlock. Um, but he didn't. He loved her so much that he refused to do any harm to her, um, which is not only loving but merciful. Um, but once it was revealed to him by the angel of the importance of Mary, um, because the prophet that was described in there was the prophet Isaiah, who foretold Christ's birth, want to say 400 years before Christ was born. Not 100% sure on that, but I know it was a very long time. Um, and so, fearing God, I know he obeyed God. So, he is probably the best husband that there ever was in all of this earth. Because not only did he keep Mary and married her, but he loved and raised Jesus as his very own son. Even though he knew for a fact that Jesus was indeed the Son of God. Gives us something to think about, guys, huh? Especially those of us who are already married or those who are going to be married. There's something to be said by Joseph's love and mercifulness and obedience to God. And I think that's why I was felt to share him with you today. So with that, I love you guys. You have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.